It was a quiet Sunday morning in August 2017. The air in Ozubulu, a peaceful town in Anambra State, was calm. Families dressed in their best clothes walked to church. Children held their parents' hands. The bells of St. Philip's Catholic Church rang out, calling worshippers for morning mass. No one knew that in a few minutes, that peace would be shattered, and St. Philip's Church would become a place of blood, tears, and death. This is the story of the Ozubulu Massacre, a story of revenge, betrayal, and tragedy that still haunts Nigeria. Ozubulu is a small town in Ekosigu local government area in Anambra State, southeastern Nigeria. It's a quiet community, known for its strong Catholic faith and for its sons and daughters living abroad, especially in South Africa. Many Ozubulu indigenes are successful business people overseas. Some are known for good works, but others, sadly, are rumored to be involved in dark, dangerous trades. On the morning of August 6, 2017, worshippers gathered for the 6 a.m. Mass at St. Philip's Catholic Church. They sang hymns. They prayed. The priest had just begun the sermon. Then suddenly, gunfire echoed through the church. Panic broke out. Worshippers ran for their lives. Some hid under pews. Others crawled on the floor. When the shooting stopped, the floor was covered with blood. At least 13 people were dead. Dozens more were injured. Within hours, the news spread like wildfire. TV stations and newspapers across Nigeria carried the headline: "Gunmen opened fire inside church in Anambra State." The entire nation was in shock. People asked, why would anyone shoot worshippers inside the church? The Anambra State governor at the time, Willie Obiano, rushed to the scene. He promised justice and called it a sacrilegious act. But as police investigations began, the story took an unexpected turn. Police investigators soon discovered that the attack was not a terrorist act. It wasn't about religion. It wasn't about politics. It was about revenge. A deadly revenge born thousands of kilometers away in the streets of South Africa. According to police reports, 2 wealthy Ozubulu indigenes living in South Africa were locked in a violent business feud. Their names appeared in multiple reports and online discussions. Aloysius Ikegwonu, widely known as Bishop, and another man known as Mbonu. Both were said to have made fortunes abroad, but their friendship reportedly turned sour over drug money. Police sources claim that one faction accused the other of betrayal and loss of millions in a drug deal gone wrong. The feud spilled over into threats, attacks, and killings in South Africa. Several Nigerians lost their lives in what appeared to be a gang war between 2 Ozubulu groups. Then came the chilling twist. One side decided to bring the fight home to Ozubulu, Nigeria. Reports suggested that the gunmen who attacked St. Philip's Church came looking for Bishop, but he wasn't there that morning. The church was one he had helped build, a church his father and relatives often attended. Instead, they found innocent worshippers. One survivor said, "I was in the middle row. Suddenly, I heard gunshots. People fell beside me. I ran and fell too. I pretended to be dead." Another witness recalled, "The man just came in and started shooting. He didn't talk to anybody." The community was traumatized. Families mourned loved ones who never came home from church that day. Days later, the Catholic Diocese of Newi held a mass burial for the victims. White coffins lined up in rows. The town wept. Even priests could not hold back their tears. Governor Obiano stood by the graveside, promising that evil will never triumph in Anambra State. The Anambra State Police Command swung into action. They arrested several suspects connected to the massacre. Some were said to be foot soldiers in the South African feud. But the alleged masterminds remained far away, beyond Nigeria's borders. Even with international cooperation, the full troop was hard to reach. Over the years, court hearings were held. Witnesses testified. But like many high-profile Nigerian cases, justice seemed to move slowly. Some suspects were released. Some disappeared. And Bishop, whose name was often mentioned, denied any wrongdoing. He insisted he had no hand in the killings, calling it a plot to destroy his name. Years have passed since that dark Sunday. The wounds in Ozubulu may have started to heal, but the memory remains fresh. Every August, the community holds memorial masses to honor the victims. Candles are lit, names are called. Prayers rise once again in St. Philip's Church, the same place where lives were lost. The Ozubulu Massacre was not just a local tragedy. It revealed how international crime and greed can destroy even the most peaceful communities. It showed how disputes from faraway lands, from Johannesburg and Pretoria, can find their way back home to the quiet villages of Nigeria. And it reminded everyone that when blood is shed, no amount of money or power can wash it away. In memory of the victims of the Ozubulu Massacre, August 6, 2017, may their souls rest in peace. This is not just a story of one town. It's a story about all of us and the price we pay when violence takes the place of peace.